What's up YouTube, and welcome to a quick and easy text-based tutorial where today we'll just create this nice 3D flipped effect with the text. Now you won't need any requirements for today, and if you want to use the same canvas size, it's 2000 pixels by 2000 pixels. As always, be sure to share your designs with me over on Instagram when you're done. And with all that said, let's get started. So once you've created your canvas, the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is go up to our layers, and we're going to change our background color, and we're going to double tap at the bottom of the disk to select black, and then hit done when you are done. And then we're going to need to make sure our color here on the disk is double tapped in the top left hand corner to select white so that our text will appear on the screen. And then let's go ahead and do exactly that. Let's go up to our actions, and we're going to hit the add option, and we're going to hit add text. We're going to double tap on the text that appears. If you've got your pen in hand, you won't get the keyboard pop up, so you just need to tap on keyboard here, and you can pick whichever word you like. Now I'm going to use creative for this one, and the font you can see there and the weight as well. Then what we're going to go ahead and do is grab our cursor, and we're going to go ahead and tap on this green node here at the top, and then we're going to tap in 90 degrees. And then we should be able to just drag this across to the left hand side of the screen, and using the uniform option, just scale the text up for a second in size until it's just shy of the actual height of the canvas. And also if you turn on snapping down here in the corner, you get this orange line which lets you know you're nice and central in the middle of the canvas. We're going to switch it to freeform this time, and we're just going to make it a little bit taller. So you want to make it a little bit something maybe like this. So that's pretty good for size. And then let's move that a bit closer again to the edge of the screen, and tap on your cursor when you're done. What we then want to do is go ahead and go up to our layers and create a new layer above it. Tap on that layer and clipping mask it to the text. And we need to change our color. We need to double tap at the bottom of the disk to select black. Then go to your selection tool. Use the option of rectangle and make sure color fill is turned on. Now you want to go ahead and draw a line right at the very top of the canvas, straight through halfway pretty much, and make sure you go all the way to the right. So just fill this in for a second. Then you're going to want to tap on your selection tool when you're done. Then go to your adjustments, Gaussian blur, and swipe from left to right, and you're going to start to add in a nice little gradient towards the bottom of the text. Now we want the very bottom line here to be almost unreadable, so you can swipe from left to right until you're happy with it, but I'm going to go for something around about sort of 35% there, and then tap on your adjustments when you're done. Then what you'll need to do is make that apply. So we're going to pinch the black layer to the text layer, and that will now change our layer from text to just a actual normal layer. And now we just go ahead and create the left hand side of the flip effect. So we're going to swipe it to the left, and we're going to duplicate the layer. We're then going to go to our cursor. Using the freeform option, we're just going to move it to the right hand side to start with, keeping on that orange line, and then just make it a little bit shorter in height by using this left node, and just bring it in a little bit like so. Now you want to just about move your text until it sits roughly here, and then tap on your cursor when you're done. So that's one done, and we just repeat that now. So we go back to the layer, we swipe it to the left and duplicate it. We grab our cursor, we move it slightly to the right, and using the freeform option still, we just make it a little bit shorter in height. And then we just pop that just there. Tap on your cursor when you're done, and repeat again. So go up to your layer, swipe it to the left and duplicate it, grab your cursor, move it to the right, and then also make it a little bit shorter in height. Tap on your cursor when you're done. We've still got a little bit more space to go, so we're going to go back up to our layers and swipe it to the left and duplicate. Grab your cursor, move it to the right, and also start to shrink that height down even more. Tap on your cursor when you're done. You're already starting to see that flip effect come into play. So we're going to go to our layers again, swipe it to the left and duplicate it. Grab your cursor, move it to the right, and reduce it in height. Well, it's width technically, but we're going to make that like so. Tap on your cursor when you're done. And I think we can get away with just one more in there. So we're going to go back to our layers, swipe it to the left and duplicate it. Grab your cursor once more, move it ever so slightly to the right, and then reduce it in its height once again. So it's very, very narrow. And then tap on your cursor when you're done. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to our layers, and now we've done one half, we're going to pinch all of those layers onto one. So just pinch them all together like so. Grab your cursor, grab the distort option this time. And this node here in the bottom left, we're going to move that up ever so slightly. And we're going to grab this node here in the top left and bring that down ever so slightly, somewhat matching, so that they're kind of pointing out from each other. Tap on your cursor when you're done. And then we're going to go to our layer, swipe that to the left and duplicate it. Grab your cursor once more and flip it horizontally. That way we can just move it across to the right hand side. Make sure you stay on the canvas for a second until you can just about move them so they're somewhat like this. Tap on your cursor when you're done, and then go back to your layer and pinch the two together. And then grab your cursor and just position it right in the center of your screen like so. And then what you're also going to want to do is grab your freeform option and maybe just bring the edges in just a little bit and then pop it back there. Tap on your cursor when you're done. Now what we're going to do, just to add a bit more of a 3D effect, we're going to go back to our actions. We're going to go to canvas and we're going to go to edit drawing guide. So we're going to turn on the drawing guide and then edit drawing guide. Go to symmetry and make sure your option is set to vertical, so there should be a line running down your screen, and then hit done when you're done. Now when we take a look at our layer, it now says assisted, meaning if we draw on one side, it's going to be symmetrical on the other side as well. And so all we're going to do is go up to our brush library, under airbrushing and the soft brush, and with black selected. I'm going to zoom out of my canvas a little bit. My brush size is going to be nice and large, around about 30%. And over here on the right hand side, we're just going to darken that up towards the edges. And that will really give your text a nice 3D look where the middle is nice and bright. And then if I go ahead and pinch with 2 fingers and I go full screen with 4, you end up with today's finished design. So I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy text-based tutorial. If you did, please drop a like down below and be sure to come and share your designs with me over on Instagram. There's a link to all my socials in the description, as well as a link to my Patreon, where you can get access to more tutorials from me every single month that are exclusive to Patreon supporters. You can get your name featured in videos, you can see sneak peeks of upcoming designs and even early access to videos. So hit the link in the description down below and come and show your support. And as always, today's equipment list is the Sketchboard Pro that you can always use code JOELCREATE to get yourself a nice 10% off of. I'm currently still using the Ghost Paper screen cover by Upper, and I'm using the Upper grip as well, followed by the Pen Tips glove. Links to all my equipment are in the description down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.